values are the bedrock of any organisation. They are what we expect of each other. They are what we expect of ourselves. All of them have a really central role to play in our debates going forward.
To me, compassion means caring for my patients and colleagues with kindness and consideration.
Being kind to patients but also colleagues that we work with and recognising their contribution to the team.
We all live very complex, unique stories, and compassion is being kind, it's being respectful, and it's being thoughtful. It's being kind to yourself and to others.
It's what we would want for ourselves if we were a patient. I'm a really firm believer that we all are patients, we all have been patients, we may be patients currently, or we will be patients. And that means that when we are patients, what we would want is somebody basically to be kind to us, to be compassionate.
Accountability to me is very important. We all need to be accountable for our actions. This is important to prevent the spread of infection and prevent hospital-acquired infection and keep our patients safe.
Accountability to me means taking ownership over the work that I do for NGH and recognising that I don't get it quite right every single time. As long as I'm learning from my mistakes, then that's okay.
Taking ownership of our actions and making sure that we achieve goals that we set ourselves but also those that are set for us.
We are a publicly funded service, and that rightly means that we have to hold ourselves to account and to be held accountable, and not to fear that, but to see that as a really great opportunity to say who we are and what we've done.
Integrity to me means keeping my promises and being open and honest with my team.
Be honest and have strong moral principles so we can provide the best possible care for our patients. And for me, being non-clinical, it's there to really support my team and give them the best experience whilst they're at work.
Being open and honest and dependable and following through on our commitments.
Integrity is about, I think for me, being true to what we say we will do. It's a really important part of the honesty of the conversations we have with ourselves.
So courage to me means being able to feel comfortable and confident enough to come into an environment where you're not scared to start those conversations or to do something that takes you right out of your comfort zone, but you feel cared for and compassionate enough to be able to just do that.
Being courageous to me means being bold and being brave and putting others before myself.
So courage doesn't mean you don't get afraid. Courage means you don't let fear stop you.
We're going to face some tricky decisions over the next years or so. Some of the choices we face are not straightforward, and we need to have the courage to speak up. We also know that there's more that we can do to reach all of the communities that make us up and that we serve. And again, courage will be both required on all our parts to make sure that we touch and have meaningful dialogues with all of those communities.
So respect to me means about ensuring that we treat everybody as the individual person that they are, regardless of their race, sexual orientation, their beliefs. It's about treating everybody how they want to be treated. For me, that's respect.
Respect to me means that you accept people for who they are, even if they're different from you.
It's about treating others as you would want to be treated yourself. It's about dignity. It's about thinking about how your actions impact other people. But more than anything, it is treating everyone the same.
Respect speaks to what I would want if I came to you and asked for your assistance. I would want you to hear me and to think about what I was saying in a way that was thoughtful and considered. And I want you to know that that's what you can expect of me. We may not always agree, but what I hope we can always give each other is the time and space to value the dialogue, to value the conversation that we need to have. It will be incredibly important to me that we all live by those values. That in itself will be an evolving journey, but the values of compassion, accountability, respect, integrity and courage, I think really help us chart a course towards the future.